What is going on YouTube? It's me again, Manny at Manny Miles Garage, and today I'm gonna have another Manny mechanical mindset type of video. We're gonna be talking a little bit about what type of car guy you are. And so I'm gonna give you an example using me, and I'm gonna talk about what type of car guy I am. I know a lot of guys out there might feel this is a very controversial topic, but let's get into it. And before I start, I just wanna give you guys a heads up. I really appreciate all the love and support you guys have been giving me lately. I know that the videos are kind of like a little weird, but you know what? It is what it is. This is gonna be episode 2 of just my little rant for the week. So we're gonna be talking about what type of car guy you are. Let's begin. So in my opinion, there's 2 type of car guys. You have the performance racing type of car guy who likes to just, it's all about speed or racing. It doesn't matter if it's a pro circuit style or drag racing or drifting. Racing is racing, you know? So that's the type of car guys that I've noticed. There's that type of guy. And then you have the aesthetic. And you have the guy that it's all about aesthetics. So you got racing and you have aesthetics. Let's start with racing. So if you get into the racing realm, you're gonna get more into the more expensive side of things. I know they can be both pretty pricey, but if you get into the racing, you have to understand something. It's not just putting tires on and going out there and racing your competitor or the other brand. It's not about that. It's about you trying to figure out a way to be the fastest out there, and you're basically the quote I guess you could look for is like you're chasing your own tail. So there's types of people who like to race for drag strips at the drag strip, and when people race at the drag strip, what you're really gonna get into is chasing your time slip. And what that means is, how can I get my car faster? For example, I had my HELLCAT. I took it to the drag strip multiple times. My wife was with me. She also raced the HELLCAT back when the car was pretty much new and it was fun. And what those people started doing, I've noticed the pattern is, well, I raced and I did an 11.2 and a quarter mile bone stock, you know, with extra weight, if you ask me, with all the extra crap I had done to my car. And so I was like, okay, well, I've seen other Hellcats out there getting the 10s, bone stock. It's all about drivers. The driver, you know how to use your car, so on and so forth. So after a certain amount of time, you start chasing that time slip, you start chasing that dream of getting faster and faster. That is expensive rabbit hole. It's very costly. I noticed because you're gonna invest money on fuel pumps, injectors, trying to get the tune calibrated correctly, and everything. After everything's said and done, and you get those long tube headers, and you get that intake, and you get all this stuff done to your car, ultimately at the end of the day, it's not gonna be enough. And the reason being is because there will always be someone faster than you. There will always be someone quicker than you. It doesn't matter how new your car is. If you have the newest electric car, there's gonna be something out there to trump that. Like that Polestar car that just came out. I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's an even uglier electric car that just came out. I'm sorry, but that's my opinion. It's an even uglier 4-door electric car that just came out, and it blew the doors off of Tesla's Plaid. So that's a great example. There's always gonna be something faster in the racing mindset of a car guy. So if you're a racer, you're gonna get into a very expensive rabbit hole, let alone you're probably gonna blow your engine up multiple times. But that's what you signed up for, and I give you guys a lot of respect, and I applaud you guys for doing that type of stuff. Now, the aesthetic side of things. There's the aesthetic car guys. These guys, I guess you could say I'm an aesthetic guy, but I'll tell you my version of what I like to do in a second. But you got aesthetic guys who either you buy a clapped out piece of crap that you're trying to restore and build from the bottom up, or you bought a brand new car, Corvette Z06, like for example, or I mean, I've seen it all, and you've seen it all. You go to these cars and coffee shows, the ones that I attend, and you'll have these incredible pristine cars, and then they'll bag it, put it on air ride management suspension, or if it's a truck, they'll put bigger, huge tires and stretch tires on a 24 by 16 inch wide wheel. That's all aesthetic, guys. That's nothing performance wise. So whether you have a truck or a car, even motorcycle, your aesthetics is basically a car guy who just wants to make it pretty. You know, put lights, sound systems. I've seen waterfalls and trunk setups. I mean, yeah, it gets crazy. In my opinion, you know, when you get to the aesthetic realm, it saves you money in the long run. But the downfall about doing stuff aesthetic is that it expires pretty quick. Unlike racing, you can always make your car faster, or you know, you can work on it and you can continue making it faster, improve. But as far as aesthetics, there's only so many body kits you can put in your car. There's only one set or two sets of airbags they sell in the market. You can only go so far with rims. After a while, it gets kind of boring. And you notice that the aesthetic people, they like to wrap their cars every 6 months because they just notice that it's boring. It just gets into a not so expensive, but a boring rabbit hole as far as like, okay, I wrapped my car, I parked it out of parking lot, now nobody's looking at me no more because it's a different color or whatever the case is. So that's the two types, you know. I kind of wanted to go in the middle of it all, and people say you can't, but I believe you can. You can go both routes. I have a car that is pretty quick for its weight class. It is a heavy car, but it has surprised people. It's a shocker, I guess you could say, because even though the HELLCAT here, you know, it's boring, it's outdated. This car literally is about to hit 10 years old in the next 3 years. So if I look at it, it's like, okay, well, I keep up with certain high performance vehicles. The power to weight ratio is not there, but it keeps it down. But I wanted to go aesthetic, and I'll tell you why. A while back when I got this car, what did I do? Went to the drag strip, and it gave me a deciding factor. I had just enough money to buy airbags or soup up the car to make it 900 horsepower, whatever the case is. And me and my wife Sam were kind of deciding on what we wanted to do, and so we went to the drag strip, and what we noticed was there was a guy there with a HELLCAT, raced it, and decided to turn up the boost a little bit, get a tune, hit the wall, destroyed his whole HELLCAT. At that time, those cars were pretty much new. And yeah, there's so many things behind it, but then it really opened my mind to think, I think I'm gonna go the aesthetic route, because you really can't go bad with that. Yeah, you could probably blow a bag in your HELLCAT and destroy your suspension, but it's not gonna be as likely as, you know, trying to go 0 to 60 in, I don't know, 2.8 seconds in a quarter mile or whatever the case is, and just having a higher chance or a higher probability of wrecking your car. So at that time, I told myself, we're gonna go aesthetic. This is the route we're gonna take. It is what it is. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what type of car guy are you? Are you a racer type of guy? Do you like to go speeding all the time and going balls to the wall and 150 miles an hour all the time? Or do you like to go the aesthetic route, like pull up, air out your car, shine up your wheels, change up the color scheme, whatever the case is, put some light, underglow? Or do you like a little bit of both? Do you like to go racing? Do you like to go to car shows? Do you like to race to a car show? You tell me what you guys like. Please do me a favor, get in the comment section, let me know what you got. Hit this, give me a like, and we'll talk later, and I'll give you another video later. If you guys want a topic of something different, let me know in the comment section below, and we'll talk later. Peace out, guys. Thank you for watching.